Mom. Who am I?
You are a gift. We believe that you came here for a reason.
What is up, guys? Kid Critic is back with another review, and this review is on the new film Brightburn, which is directed by David Yorovesky and stars Elizabeth Banks, David Denman, and Jackson A. Dunn. It's about... What if a child from another world crash-landed on Earth, but instead of becoming a hero, or Superman, to mankind, he proved to be something far more sinister? With Brightburn, the visionary filmmaker of Guardians of the Galaxy and Slither presents a startling, subversive take on a radical new genre, superhero horror. Oh yeah. Now with all that out of the way, Joker, start this review for us.
And here we go.
Now, I was highly anticipating this movie, especially with the premise of like basically Superman landing to Earth, but instead of him turning good, he turns bad, and you put a little bit of horror in there. Heck yeah, I'm in. And the trailers were awesome. James Gunn's also producing it, who's been in the news lately, if you guys didn't know. And coming out of the movie, you know, this movie has, I believe, a 58% Rotten Tomatoes the last time I checked, and actually I don't understand it because I had a blast watching this film. Now, does it take the industry to a whole other level? Absolutely not, but this movie is just so much fun. And I know I'll probably sound like a psychopath for that, especially after you watch the movie, because there's some murders and nasty stuff in this movie, but it was fun, but it was nasty. And one of the parts that I like the most about this movie is that it was just a simple story. You don't see much of that in movies lately, especially when it comes to horror movies. Now, don't get me wrong, I love movies with complex stories, especially when it works and you get what's going on. But sometimes it gets to the point where movies keep on adding a bunch of like story elements to the main overall story, where it just like turns into a big mess and you're running like, what is happening? This makes no sense. Just like a recent movie that came out this year, Escape Room, which I also have a review of that movie. Make sure to check it out. And I thought that was the biggest flaw of that film. But with this movie, it's just a simple story, clean cut. You know what's happening. Alright, let's get down to it. And I enjoyed that about this film. The performances in this movie, I thought were brilliant. Now, I'm not like Oscar worthy, but like they were really good in this film. And Jackson Dunn, who basically plays the evil Superman in this movie, he was bone-chilling, menacing, scary. And if it wasn't for his performance, I don't think I would have enjoyed the movie as much. And then Elizabeth Banks, who plays the mother, she's awesome as always. And David Denham, who plays the father, I also thought was pretty good as well. Another thing that I loved about this movie was the relationship between Elizabeth Banks and Jackson Dunn. The way they used that mother-son relationship in this film I thought was phenomenal. Because it's a mother who loves her son, but her son is just doing these horrible things. But she's in this state of mind where she's like, she just doesn't want to believe that he's doing these things. And just doesn't know what to do in the situation that she's in. And the relationship between David Denham and Jackson Dunn was also really good, because the relationship was totally opposite of the mother-son relationship, because the father, played by David Denham, he already knew what he was going to do. I'm not going to say what it is because that is spoilers. Now, with the cons of the movie, I don't have a lot of cons. I have like a couple. They're like little nitpicks, but the first one that I have is that I thought the scares were pretty conventional, but the way Jackson Dunn played that character, which is so scary and menacing, that you just knew this kid could wreck shop and no one can stop him. And that's the part that made it scary for me. But like the jump scares and all that, they're pretty conventional. You already knew it was going to happen, but the character was just scary. And I felt like the ending of this movie, it wasn't bad. It was just like, no, okay, that happened. And I'm seeing a trend in horror movies lately, especially with movies like Us. I kind of thought that with Pet Sematary, even though the ending was still a little bit chilling. And I thought the same thing with Escape Room, is where I thought the first, second, and most of the third act was awesome, but the ending was just a bit anticlimactic, and it was just like, okay. And my third con with this movie, this is like a little tiny nitpick. I don't even count it a nitpick. It's like a pick, basically. And there was a moment near the end of the movie where I'm like, that looks pretty green screenish to me. That doesn't look very real. Now, overall, I had a blast with this movie. The performances I thought were awesome. Jackson Dunn is so good in this movie. The father and mother-son relationships in this movie I thought were brilliant. And I enjoyed how it was just a simple story. And yeah, it has some little flaws, but overall, I'm going to give Brightburn a 4.5 out of 5 Fernies. I had a blast with this movie. I do recommend this movie if you have my taste, obviously. But who knows, if you don't have my taste, go give it a chance. You'll never know. And with that said, don't forget to like and subscribe. And as always, in every video, look out for the next video or review. And peace.